Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. It is update day and we have now got the patch notes. So downtime, before you ask any questions, we don't know how long it's going to last. But this is the patch notes. This is basically going to be telling us exactly what they've changed, any details that we don't know yet, like patches of bugs that's been fixed, stuff like that, and just basically outlining everything that's coming in. So hope you all enjoy. I'm going to be doing all the reading for you, so all you got to do is sit back, put your feet up, and listen to my lovely voice. So there you go. But if you enjoy, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe. We're on the way to 40,000 subscribers and we're just over 1,000 people away, so make sure to do so. But yeah, let's dive straight in without too much blabbering on and let's have a look. So update highlights, of course, if you don't know already, the update highlights are going to be the mutation invasion, which is basically public events are going to be getting mutations from daily ops. So at the top of every hour for the next 3 weeks, public events will contain one mutation from our daily ops rotation. Completing these events nets you increased rewards and chances at rare plans. Daily ops improvements, we've added new locations, rewards, enemies, and a new mutation to encounter. Season 12 will also be beginning today, so anyone that has been waiting around for the new season, now is the time to jump on. This one's themed around Rip Darren, who is on the hunt for cryptids. Rank up to earn all new rewards, including a new light ally, cryptid-themed decor, and more. And then for the final thing, sorry, one of the dogs just decided to attack the bin. For the final thing, the challenge reroll. If you're not a fan of one of the daily challenges you get, now once a day you can reroll one of your dailies or weekly challenges, and additional challenge rerolls can be claimed on the Season 12 scoreboard. So it doesn't say Atomic Shop yet, but I won't be surprised that they get added in on there in the future. And here we have the update sizes. So PC on Steam is 14.4 gig. I think mine was 12.9 gig. And then at the top one is PlayStation, which is 24.9 gig. So there's the title right there for the video. Okay, so new rotational event, mutation invasion. So right there it says rotational event. This is not going to be permanent. It's going to be something kind of like double mutations that we get for daily ops, where for a weekend all of a sudden you will now have double mutations going on from like Thursday to Monday. So there you go, that's how it's going to be. There was a lot of kind of questions around it, but there we have the explanation. Over the past 4 years, Appalachia has changed in many ways. While many of these changes are thanks to Project Clean Appalachia, anyone, question mark, some of the changes are the results of daily long-lasting radiation exposure to the local inhabitants, otherwise known as a normal day in the wasteland. Mutations you've grown to know and love from daily ops missions are now spilling over into public events. Mutation invasion will increase the difficulty of these public events or challenge you to change your playstyle, but not without hefty rewards. Until March the 21st, a mutated public event will take place every hour at the top of the hour, and these events are marked with a special icon. So if you haven't seen already, basically I think it's like a greeny yellow colour, similar to that colour in the top corner that you can see there on this like picture right here, like the green colour down the bottom. The icon will be that instead of this normal like yellowy orange, and it does stand out a lot, and it'll say it on a mutated public event and stuff. Now, completing a mutated public event will grant you a mutated package in addition to its normal rewards. So you get the normal rewards and then you get this mutated package, which will give you an opportunity of getting a bunch of rare rewards from other events, like the radiation barrel from Rad Rumble, I believe, is in there. The fixer plans in there. Lots of different rare plans in there. And then you've got the following public events can now appear as mutated event during a mutated invasion. So you've got Test Your Metal, Moonshine Jamboree, Eviction Notice, Load Bearing, Guided Meditation, Swarm of Suitors, One Violent Night, Uranium Fever, Line in the Sand, and Heart of the Swamp. So after the 3 weeks of mutation invasion is done, this event will return every other week at the top of the hour for a week straight. Does that mean we get it for a week, then off for a week, then on for a week, then off for a week? I don't know. I don't know how that means. I guess we'll have to wait and see, because it kind of sounds like every other week, unless it's 1 week, miss a week, miss another week, bump. No, it's got to be 1 week, then off a week. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I think it's going to be a week, then off a week, then back on again. And that says it'll be on the top of the hour for a week straight. So I wonder how that's going to work around the likes of Fashion Art and stuff like that. As a reminder, mutations can be, they're all right there. I'll not read through them all too much. I'm sure you all know what they all are by now. New reward mutated package. So here we go. This is the new reward that's come in. Completing a mutated public event will grant you its base event rewards in addition to bonus currency and a mutated package. Mutated packages include meds, resources, ammo, a 3-star legendary item, and a chance for rare plans that drop from other quests and events. The one weird thing with this was, which I feel like a lot of people kind of were confused by, is the fact, why have they not put new rewards in with it? You had the like of Nuclear World on Tour, where we got loads and loads of new rewards with new food, new clothing items, new plans for your camp, all sorts came in. Yet with this one, you're getting a new event with a new item, which doesn't give you anything new. It seems weird that one update brought in loads and loads of new stuff, and one's brought nothing, really. So a bit strange. Earn more rewards with Fallout first. So this is a new thing as well. When participating in a mutated public event with at least 3 Fallout First members present, everyone earns more rewards. Regardless of if you are a subscriber or not, all event attendees will earn a mutated party pack, which is similar to a mutated package, but with increased rewards and increased chances of rare plans. So basically all the rare plans are going to just... they're going to no longer be rare, really, are they? So daily ops, here's the changes to daily ops. You've got the new mutation coming in, which is reflective skin. Basically, it's like 5 seconds, any damage you do to the enemy will reflect back on you, and then 5 seconds after that cooldown's gone, you can then do damage to the enemy. So it kind of slows you down in a way, makes it a little bit more challenging because you're accidentally going to shoot them, and sometimes you will kill yourself accidentally, so try not to do that. There's a new new enemy coming in as well, with the aliens coming in as a variant in daily ops. You've also got new locations with the Charleston Capitol building, the Garahan mining headquarters, and also Morgantown House School. There's also new rewards which have been added in as well, including the floater tubes for the Nasher, Freezer, and the Flamer variant. I think that's a plan for one, by the way. I think they changed it so there's one plan for all 3. I might be wrong on that, but the way they've wrote it as well could mean that, but we'll have to wait and see. The Hot Rod Handmade skin, the Flatwoods Monster Tube, the Deep Space Alien Power Armor skin, and Jetpack. But they haven't mentioned the Intergalactic Handmade skin, which is a weird one. Maybe they've changed their mind on that one, unless they've changed it to the Hot Rod skin, but I don't remember. I feel like the Hot Rod skin was another variant. Okay, so going on further, Season 12 is now live as well with the Riptarian and the Cryptid Hunt, so you've got the new rewards in there and stuff like that. I'll not go over that too much because we've got a bunch of patch notes to go over. The reroll daily and weekly challenges I want to read over though. This season we're introducing you to a new feature to our seasons called the Reroller. The Reroller gives you the ability to change out a daily or weekly challenge. Once per day you can reroll one challenge for free. Fallout First members get an additional reroll for the day, giving you a total of 2 free rerolls. Excuse me. Challenge rerolls can be claimed for free on the scoreboard or purchased in the Atomic Shop. So now it says in the Atomic Shop, so you can buy them in the Atomic Shop or get them for free via the season scoreboard. So reroll challenges have a chance to become an epic challenge, which offers even better rewards for completing it. So there you go there. Design changes and improvements. In addition to the new content we've added, we have also implemented design changes to better benefit your playstyle. Accessibility settings added to enable camera shaking. So I did cover this in a recent video where basically you can now turn off camera shaking. So if you're getting spammed with explosives and stuff and your camera's shaking all over, you can now turn that off. Design, which is general, so revival, when players are revived by effects such as Mysterious Saver and the life-saving legendary armor mod, they're now healed by the item used for the revival. So normally you use a stim pack, don't you? So that's quite handy and ideal. Rifles, radium rifles now have an increased chance to learn mods while scrapping. That was in the last update, so I'm a bit confused by that. Maybe it didn't work properly. I did hear a couple of complaints that it didn't. Events, we've got stash boxes. Added a stash box to the following public events: Radiation Rumble, Scorched Earth, Load Bearing, Guided Meditation, Swarm of Suitors, One Violent Night, Uranium Fever, Line in the Sand, Heart of the Swamp, and a Colossal Problem. I actually like that idea. That's actually pretty decent. To be fair, I thought Colossal Problem had one, but never mind. But yeah, that's a pretty decent touch. I like that. It's pretty good. Enemies. We've made various improvements to the enemy spawning and pathing during events. Now this one I did notice with an event with Swarm of Suitors, which is down there. So it's good to hear that they're actually going to be doing other things. It'll be interesting to see what else they've added. Heart of the Swamp, various event improvements and difficulty increases to enemy waves. Happy days. Line of the Sand, remove the high frequency part of the alarm sound. Weird. One Violent Night, the emergency broadcast message at the start of One Violent Night is now shorter on repeat playthroughs, and the event now starts after turning on the jukebox instead of entering the beer house. Additionally, we've added an objective to repair or turn on the jukebox when it's broken or turned off. Performance, various improvements to performance during public events. We've got Swarm of Suitors, where it's added additional enemy waves and appropriately increased the time allotted to complete the waves, souped up with mini bosses and gave them unique names. Now I covered this in a recent videos that I did on the channel, showing it all off and showing off some of the names that I found when I was playing it, so definitely go check that out if you want to. Uranium Fever fixed an issue causing the highest tier rewards to not drop and surfaced the reward tiers in the objective text. Additionally, we've added objective markers for more miner supervisors. Alright, well, any change and improvement is always welcome, so happy days. Mutations, Freeze and Touch, increased the magnitude of initial slow effect and decreased its duration, removing stacking tiers. This makes Freezing Touch feel more responsive, applies immediately and wears off quickly once you're out of the line of fire, as well as making it viable for melee enemies. Previously only ranged enemies would attack fast enough for this mutation to apply effectively. Okay, that seemed like a lot of text. Resilient, throwing weapons and Pain Train can now finish off enemies with a resilient mutation, so that's when you've got to be killed by melee only. I noticed this in the Discord, I think Coffee888 actually found this, where he used a throw knife and it killed a enemy in the actual daily op. So I did show this actually recently as well in another video. So pretty happy to see that coming in. Volatile, destructible objects are now affected by volatile explosions. Boosh, there you go. Don't know what else to say on that one, but yeah. Anyways, NPCs, vendors, some wandering merchants will now sell healing salve recipes based on the region they are in. Now, I might be wrong on this, but I feel like the plan for the healing salve might have actually been rare, some of them. So there you go, another rare plan kind of getting put into the mix a little bit extra there. Seasons, the daily gold star challenge score award has been increased from 500 score to 1000. They're just making the bloody scoreboards easier and easier to complete at this point. So the number of completed daily challenges required to complete the daily gold star challenge has now been increased from 5 to 6. Oh, hang on. The number of daily... Right, so you've got to play 6 days now and complete the dailies 6 times if you want to get that extra 1000 score. Right, okay, I get that. Fair enough then, fair enough. The number of completed daily gold stars required to earn the weekly gold star challenge has been increased from 1 to 3. Oh no, hang on, so I've got that wrong. So the other one was for daily challenges, so you got to complete 6 of the daily challenges, whereas the weekly one, where it was just like complete 1 day's worth of weeklies and you got that bonus score. Basically now you're going to be getting, you've got to do 3 days worth of dailies, then you get the weekly. Okay, that makes sense. And the other one's pretty fair play, like 5 to 6. You gotta do all the dailies to get the bonus, and then every day you can get a 1000 score instead of 500, which is fantastic. And when it's double score, you're gonna be getting 2000 score. That's mad. Alright, so all daily and weekly challenges have been adjusted to award score more consistently as well. So there you go. Wallet daily script has been increased from 300 to 500, and the actual wallet size has been increased from 5,000 to 6,000. And here we are, the bug fixes and improvements. Chainsaw, fix the texture on the chainsaw while the flamer mod is equipped. Players can no longer hear unexpected water sound effects inside the neighborhood square shelter. Fixed an issue where teammates appear as in daily ops. They've bloody done it, ladies and gentlemen. I love to see it. I love to say it. I actually can't believe that. So in the PTS, last I played the PTS, this was actually still a bug. Basically, if you don't know what it is, you know when your name would appear in the corner and then you do a daily ops, it says in daily ops, you'd come out of daily ops and it would still say that you're in daily ops. So new people would join your team, they'd join daily ops and it just wouldn't go away unless you left the team and rejoined type of thing. But it was just a faff on and they fixed it. So happy days about that. I'm actually really happy about that. Removed dogs from daily ops Blood Eagle waves. I wonder why they've done that. Weird one there. Players can no longer receive a wanted status by using the shooting target. That's actually a good change as well. So far, normally I read through the changes and I'm like, well, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? But so far, that's 3 good ones so far. So happy days. Kwanzaa Khan no longer floats when placed on top of one another. A mounted animal wall decor now saves in the correct position as it was placed when it was blueprinted. Shelters will no longer show the budget being partially filled even when nothing is being built. That's been a bug for a long time. Various fixes to the Slocum's dual counter set. I'm guessing that's because some of it was disappearing and was just blank when you looked at it. It didn't have the texture. Players can now correctly place the Ring of Fire pit and Antler chandelier in their shelters. Fixed an issue that allowed players to view out of world while using photo mode in shelters. Create a new build menu icon for Pegasus Weapons Workbench. Then we've got the Jack-O-Lantern helmet now correctly counts towards the craft or scrap challenges. Drinking a Nuka Twist now correctly counts towards the challenges as well. Super Mutant Behemoth, various adjustments to the Behemoth's resistances. Behemoths now correctly have cold and fire resistance. Interesting. Player level fixed an issue causing XP value awarded to be displayed incorrectly at very high levels. High levels will now be displayed correctly for others, and the maximum player level is now 32,667. Who's that level? Like, who's even getting there? That's not. I don't think that's possible legitimately at all. Items, the Junkyard Cultist helmet now correctly prevents airborne diseases. The Deathclaw mascot helmet now correctly provides damage and disease resistance from airborne hazards. The Brotherhood of Steel Recon helmet now shines in the right direction. Fixed an issue that could result in a crash after eating Nuka-Cola Quantum candies. The Hot Rod and blocks now require steel instead of wood to craft. Power Armor mannequins no longer have an apparel tab in the transfer menu. Blackbird Elite Power Armor headlamp now displays correctly. Numerous localization fixes for languages. Japanese revisited and translated over 400 strings of translations. Then we got some changes for perks. Fixed an issue that could sometimes cause some perk cards to be unequipped while loading into a game. That's one that a lot of people get issues with. The Tenderizer perk now correctly stacks up to 40%. Bada boom. Butcher's Bounty now applies to Tick Blood. Union Power Armor now benefits from Sizzling Style. Bows cannot benefit from plus 250 damage resistance from the Reloading Legendary perk and can no longer drop with that mod. New legacies, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'll probably remove them. Anyways, question events. Events fixed an issue that could prevent some players from hearing the NPC dialogue at the start of an event. Heart of the Swamp fixed an issue that could cause the objective to find the Strangler Heart to become stuck. Players no longer can become stuck inside the biometric scanner. Heart of the Swamp, various performance issues, same as Test Your Metal. Weapons, Auto Axe. It is no longer possible to roll faster swing speed legendary mod on auto axes. Now there's another technically new legacy, but have they then removed them like they did with the other legacies? Have they just taken all them away so you no longer have that, or have they left them? They haven't mentioned that part of it, so we'll have to wait and see. Legendary, energy weapons. The Ultrasight laser gun now has slightly increased base damage. Crusader pistol, the Cryo and Pyro receiver mods for the Crusader pistol now correctly use cryo cells and fuel respectively. Heavy weapons adjusted the first person view while in the Midnight Watch power armor with heavy weapon equipped. Then we've got the last few changes. Fort Defiance fixed an issue where turrets could disappear after fast traveling. Turrets will always be present in Fort Defiance. Then we've got user interface, fanfare. Players will no longer continue to receive the fanfare and tutorial pop-up after encountering items such as treasury notes, holiday gifts, more minor appeals, and more. Notifications. Players will no longer receive the pacifist as enabled notification when in an event or a team, and items cannot be sold to NPC vendors. Items that cannot be sold to NPC vendors no longer show a value in the inspect menu. So there you go, guys. That is all of the changes, the patch notes that's come in. There was a decent read, 20 minutes worth there. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, which one stands out the most to you. I'll do a review of them in a couple of days, probably picking out the most important ones and the biggest changes that we didn't know about, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and let's wait and see for all these servers coming back online. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.